We're walking on the side of the road, we get jumped. You think a vegan is gonna help anything?
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I like a man who eats meat. You need protein. I think this is something that is making people less attractive, not eating enough protein. Talked about this in a video about things that are making men ugly. It's so true.
Hey everybody, and welcome to today's video. In this one, we're going to be having a look at a video by Courtney Ryan, kind of like a female influencer who gives dating advice from what I can gather. And she's talking about the fact that she doesn't like it when the men that she dates don't eat meat. And she doesn't like this for a couple of reasons. The first one is that men who don't eat meat can't protect you in a fight. They're not going to have the muscle mass necessary to stand up for you, and they're going to get knocked over by the wind. And the second reason is that she thinks it's really important to have protein in your diet, and men who don't eat meat just cannot possibly get enough protein. Now, we're going to try to keep a level head as we go through this, and we're going to try to stop our blood vessels from exploding in our bodies, because that would cause us to die, and that would further perpetuate this myth that you cannot be healthy while being vegan, right? They'd somehow blame the veganism on that, and they would not blame this outrageous content. So let's keep a level head, take a deep breath, and dive straight into it. Let's watch the video and see what I have to say about it.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're reacting to a TikTok. Okay, so this girl that we're gonna react to made a list of signals that a man will not provide for you. So we're gonna watch, and I'll probably pause after each point that she makes on the list to share my thoughts.
Doesn't eat meat or has like a ton of dietary restrictions.
Oh my goodness.
You think a man that's a vegan is gonna protect me from? We're walking on the side of the road, we get jumped. You think a vegan is gonna help anything?
Oh my gosh. She's really getting crazy with these. Doesn't eat meat. Some dietary restrictions are out of people's control, so we can give a little bit of grace there. But yeah, I've got to be honest, I like a man who eats meat.
All right, so I'm just going to stop this one right here and focus in specifically on the idea that men who eat meat can protect you from someone who's going to attack you, right? Let's really dial in on this and see if this line of reasoning actually makes any sense. So basically the claim here, when we boil it down, is essentially men who eat meat are more capable of protecting you against someone who wants to do you harm. Now, I'm hoping intuitively we can see why this is a bit silly, but if we can't, let's really spell it out. In order for this to be true, there'd have to be something like inherent about paying for meat or eating meat that would make you more capable of fighting, more capable of defending yourself. So let's really dive in and have a look at what it takes to pay for meat, what it takes to get that meat to your plate that might represent strength and masculinity. And let's see if we can find anything there that actually represents being a strong masculine man who can fight. When you pay for meat, contrary to popular belief, you're not actually going out into the wild with your bare hands or a weapon and fighting off a ferocious beast until eventually you tackle them to the ground and triumphantly take their meat back to camp where you and all of your other tribe mates do whatever it is you do. I don't know, I guess like howl at the moon or something. That's just not how it works. No, in reality, what you're doing is you're taking your money, wouldn't really be cash actually, it would be like digital currency, I suppose, and you're going to someone and you're saying, excuse me, can you please do a service for me? What I would like you to do is, if you could go and take a big glove, make an animal pregnant, raise that animal's babies for a little bit, and then use multiple other completely grown adults, give them weapons and have them use those weapons to like beat these animals into submission, and then force them using those weapons so that these animals can't fight back into some sort of contraption, maybe like a gas chamber if we're talking about pigs, maybe hang them upside down by their legs. The legs could be broken, could not be broken. I'm not too bothered about it really, whatever you guys want to do. Use these weapons to put these animals in a defenseless position. At no point in this process can these animals fight back against you, and then use a different set of mechanical tools in order to kill these animals, again, giving them absolutely no chance to fight back against you. Once you've done that, just take a knife, chop off a little bit of their body, put it in a nice bit of pretty plastic wrapping, maybe make it Christmas themed this time of year, and then give it to me. I'm gonna take it home and put it in the oven for a bit or on a frying pan, and then I'm going to eat it. Now let's just really stop and analyze that process. Is there anything there that necessarily makes you a masculine man? Paying someone else to use weapons and mechanical assistance to kill an animal who has no chance of fighting back for you on your behalf. You don't even have to get involved in that process. And then eating that meat when it's like perfectly delivered to you in a nice little piece of plastic wrapping that has a little smiling pig face on there. What about that is masculine? I'm failing to find the point there. I'm failing to find out what about that is something that makes you a man. The process involved in eating meat is about as like honorable and masculine as is the process of, I don't know, like getting someone else to chop off someone else's legs and then challenging them to a cage fight while they bleed out and you're just like punching them while they're on the floor. It's like there's nothing they can do, you know? It's like, but you feel like a man, like, so good on you, man. Good on you, brother. Like, fucking top effort, mate. At least you hopped in the cage, right? It just doesn't make sense to me. And specifically, this is all about fighting, right? So precisely what about any of that process makes you think that person who pays for that service can fight? There's really nothing there, but you know what does actually indicate someone can fight? Their size, their strength, their agility, their technical knowledge about fighting skills, and their combat experience. So let's do a quick little lightning round, and you tell me if you think the following people would be adequately able to defend you if someone tried to step to you on the streets. Kendrick Ferris, Olympic weightlifting record breaker. We've got Patrick Baboumian, strongman record holder, again, another vegan. We've got Bryant Jennings, a boxer, another vegan. Oh, damn it. And you've got me, an average man who trains martial arts. Now, I won this fight. I also won this fight. I also won this fight. Nothing special, but I've been vegan for 10 and a half years, and I can guarantee you I'm just as capable, if not more capable, of defending someone in a fight than I was before I went vegan. Nothing significantly changed when I decided to stop paying people to beat animals with weapons and decided to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll just like not do that and I'll just keep training to fight and, you know, like lift weights and stuff like that. The key things that make you able to defend someone is your ability to fight, your strength, your size, your agility. And none of those are directly tied to the consumption of meat or paying for the service that has to happen in order to get meat. But that brings us to our next point. Does meat have enough protein? Is that a turnoff? Let's find out.
And also, you need protein. We need to make sure we're getting enough protein. So for someone who doesn't eat meat, you need to be looking at how much protein you're eating per day. Because I think this is something that is making people less attractive, not eating enough protein. I talked about this in a video about things that are making men ugly. It's so true.
If you don't eat meat, you are not getting enough protein. You need meat to be able to get enough. And if you're not eating meat, you're going to need to put a lot of effort into getting enough protein. But at the end of the day, this is just something that has been absolutely demolished time and time and time again. The world's largest nutritional organization has stated that a vegan diet is suitable for all stages of life. And we have more and more data coming out to show that if you consume a 100% plant-based diet and you match your protein content to that of an omnivorous diet, you're going to see the same results. There is no significant difference there. And on top of that, we also have just straight up anecdotal evidence of a disproportionate representation of vegan athletes in the Olympics. Like, considering how small the vegan population is in the world, what are the chances that vegan athletes are the only one, Kendrick Ferris, for example, the only one from their country to make it through to the finals and break a world record is a vegan? But no, we're just going to listen to like what Instagram says, what my right-wing social media accounts that I follow say. They say meat is good. They say only left-leaning snowflake pussies don't eat meat because they just don't understand how the world works. But look, guys, that's the video for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below, my like 2 or 3 viewers that are probably going to watch this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.